Welcome to another day in Zanzibar, beautiful Zanzibar. We are renting a car for 3 days from Kibabu Car Rentals, which in my opinion is probably the best option you can have here because they are really cheap. They deliver the car to you anywhere you want the car to be delivered, and also you don't have to have a credit card in order to rent the car. You only need to pay a deposit, obviously, with your card from abroad, which we did, and then you can pay the rest in cash when you get the car. Also regarding licenses, you don't need an international driver's license. You just need a valid license from your country. Then what they do is they then get a legal temporary Zanzibar driver's license for you, which me and Nastya both received. So yeah, we're gonna now for today drive up to Nungwi Beach. It's about an hour's drive to Nungwi Beach up north in Zanzibar. It's really hot. The car has no air conditioning. We're renting an old RAV4 Toyota, but it's gonna be fun. We're really excited to check out Nungwi Beach because it's one of the most beautiful beaches in on the Zanzibar island. So yeah, let's go, let's do this. This is what the typical Zanzibar towns look like. Unfortunately the country doesn't have a lot of money. It's quite a poor country. The people really struggle and all that. But besides that, they're always happy, they're always cheerful, they're very welcoming, always in a positive mood. If I should compare it sometimes to even South Africa, the people are really friendly compared to what I'm used to in my country, the south of Africa. So yeah, this is what you see, this is what you get. Local houses, local village marketplaces selling everything next to the road. You don't get any big shopping malls here or big luxurious shops.
In 300 meters, turn right onto Nungwi Road.
Like, IKEA and all that, but I can tell you now it's some
we need to turn
local stuff.
In 300 meters.
So yeah, anyway. Welcome to Zanzibar.
Driving through Zanzibar has been quite an eye-opening experience. Never in my life have I ever imagined that I would drive through any island, and in this case the island of Zanzibar. If I think back to South Africa's unemployment rate and poverty is quite high, but this is definitely another level. But if you look at the people around here, you really appreciate and respect them because nevertheless, the conditions they live in, they are always quite friendly and always quite positive when you drive by or even when you stop and talk to them. The island is really a big paradise, and you can really feel like you're on some fantasy world or even some book when you drive through this island. But you can't help but notice the level of poverty that is all around you. We finally entered the town of Nungwi, which we've been waiting for more than an hour. We were quite surprised with the size of the place because we were expecting a little village, but this was a true town with cars going everywhere and motorbikes speeding all around us. But we soon got lost and we were not sure where to go really through this whole maze of little houses. But we were eventually approached by little kids on bicycles who told us that they know the way to the Nungwi Beach. And there it was, the world famous Nungwi Beach, all the way to the north of Zanzibar Island. At first we thought it's only low tide and you can't really swim here because we just saw lots of coral, even though it was quite beautiful. But then we walked around the bend and we were surprised with what we saw. Beautiful white beaches with crystal clear blue water, and probably the bluest water that I've ever seen in my life. At Nungwi Beach, finally, searching for the right spot for quite some time. Beautiful wide stretch beach that stretches long and beautiful crystal clear blue water. Some of the whitest sand I've ever seen in my life. And it's actually still low tide, so the water will come up a little bit more. But yeah, we booked ourselves an umbrella with 2 beach chairs, and then we're gonna have a nice swim now in this beautiful area. Beautiful crystal clear water, just amazing. And the tide is coming in now. It's really warm. So nice actually, just relaxing here. But the one thing about Nungwi, compared to Kiwengwa where we are, there are way more tourists here. So it's quite crowded to be honest. However, I must say there are less people approaching you, trying to sell you something and offering you products and tours and everything than what we experienced in Kiwengwa actually, which is nice in some way.
Well, this beach is definitely worth visiting because of all the vast space and clear blue water. It is definitely much more touristy, but yeah, worth coming. We're enjoying.
Well, that's it for our experience at Nungwi Beach. It's high tide now, so the water is nice and deep. You can swim right here and it's so clear, so clean, beautiful beach. We are walking now to a restaurant. First we're going to put the stuff in the car. It's quite a bit of a walk, and then yeah, as soon as we got the stuff in the car, we'll go to a nice fish restaurant that we saw that looks quite nice to check out. But it's all the way back around the corner where we left the car by the reef side. So yeah, on this side by Nungwi, there's not a lot of reef, so that's why the beach is so nice, and even during low tide you can swim here. The only thing to not watch out for at Nungwi Beach are the sea urchins. And we actually saw a bunch of them actually. They literally get blown out by the waves. close to shore. So yeah, just be careful if you ever come to Nungwi Beach. Watch out for sea urchins, don't step on them, it will be extremely painful and you'll probably have to see a doctor to get the spikes out of your feet. If you don't know what a sea urchin is, it's those round little black balls with all those big spikes. So yeah, nice little creatures, but you don't want to step on them. Anyway, Nungwi Beach, probably one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in my life. So when we arrived at Nungwi Beach, the tide was very low and we could actually walk on the beach. But now, with the tide that came in and the tide being higher, we can't walk around by the beach anymore, and we need to go all around with the road, which is a little bit further and a little bit confusing. It was a security guard that sort of pointed us in hopefully the right direction. And yeah, hopefully we'll find where we need to go soon. It's just not a very comfortable walk. I'm not wearing shoes even. So yeah, but we'll get there. After walking through some very sketchy areas, we eventually also walked through a place where they were like making fishing nets. Yeah, we found the beach again. Now, just to find a car and then find somewhere to eat quickly. Well, like I mentioned, the restaurant that we're looking at, a seafood restaurant. So we made it to the local fish market restaurant. The fish and seafood looks really good. I ordered some what they call it, 5-spice calamari, as you can see there. Nastia has some grilled calamari there. And we have a beautiful view of Nungwi. Right over there. And I got finally some sunburn. Took me long enough. Anyway, let's enjoy this meal. This is just a starter. And then we're going to have a main probably later. And then we need to head back to Kiwengwa because it's getting late and you don't want to drive at night here in Zanzibar. So it's already 4 o'clock, after 4. So, but yeah, let's enjoy this and savor the last moment of Nungwi Beach. Your turn now. So, why is this a new experience for you?
Because I've never driven this side. So let's see how it's gonna work.
Yeah, in South Africa, we have the steering wheel on the right hand side, also like in Zanzibar, so for me it's fine. But Nastia, since she's from Russia, in Russia the steering wheel is on the left and she's never driven a right-hand steering wheel car before. So it's gonna be a completely new experience for other way. Yay! Got it on video though.
Okay, I managed to start it. I guess that's a good beginning.
Are you ready?
I hope so. Like left. Oh, baby.
tell us, how is it driving a right-hand steering wheel car and also driving for the first time in an African country on African roads?
I won't lie to you, but it is very stressful at first because, well, your eyes are already settled on one way of driving, and when you have the whole car on completely opposite side, it is really so confusing. And driving through the narrow roads is a challenge at first, but now I am sort of used to it, so I feel more relaxed. But the road now is broader, so it is a bit better.
Yeah, it's much easier to drive now, but yeah, we started off like for the first many kilometers actually, narrow roads through small villages, places where there's not even tar on the road, it's just gravel, you know. So yeah, but you did good, well done. And we're almost there, almost back at Kiwengwa Beach Resort, and we're gonna jump in a swimming pool. Back at Kiwengwa. What a day it was, really cool. Nungwi Beach is definitely an area that needs to be explored and even stayed at for a bit. We're really thinking if we ever come back to Zanzibar, which we probably would, we want to see if we can book places a bit earlier so to find space at Nungwi Beach. Anyways, now we're just going to drop our stuff off in the room and then jump into the swimming pool. The rest of the evening was spent next to the swimming pool and laying just on the beach of Kiwengwa. We then ventured to our favorite restaurant next door to our resort and reflected on the day that we just went past. We enjoyed some nice dinner at this restaurant and planned our day for the next day, which will involve another car trip again to another northern side of the island of Zanzibar. Stay tuned for the next adventure.